Only an hour or so's drive south from Munich, the capital of Bavaria, lies Garmisch-Partenkirchen, which affords the visitor a wonderful introduction to the almost unreal atmosphere of Upper Bavaria, with its awe-inspiring snow-capped peaks, its fairyland castles of King Ludwig II, and its picturesque villages. Garmisch-Partenkirchen lies in an open mountain basin at the foot of the Wetterstein range, with its surrounding snow-capped peaks, its chalets, and buildings with either colourful murals or gay window boxes. It is a delight, and some time could be spent here soaking up the sights and customs of this once winter Olympic village. Here many of the locals can be seen wearing national dress, and the temptation for the visitor to stare is almost irresistible. In the beautifully laid-out Kurgarten, every evening during the season, there is a musical performance of some kind or another. For those wishing to dine, while listening to the performance, an outdoor restaurant is part of the scene. Before leaving Garmisch, a visit to the small Baroque church in the main street more than repays. On seeing such lavish beauty, one might well ask today, where has all the beauty gone? Garmisch-Partenkirchen can be used as a centre to visit many areas of great interest, and it is from here that we set out to visit the royal castle of Neuschwanstein, built by the young King Ludwig II and started in the year 1809. From this castle of Hohenschwangau, where he lived with his mother, he was able to watch progress on Neuschwanstein. Top of a marble staircase, we enter the vestibule. Then, passing through an artificial grotto in the winter garden, we come to the king's living room. The centerpiece on the dining room table was presented to Ludwig by the artists of Munich. It shows Siegfried fighting the dragon. The lonely king had a predilection for sumptuous bedrooms. Built in the neo-Gothic style, it is adorned with rich oak wood carvings, as is also the dressing room. The Singers' Hall, with painted murals, shows details of the Parsifal saga, the subject of Wagner's opera. From the balcony of the throne hall is a wonderful view of the Bavarian Alps, with the Alpsee on the left and the smaller Schwansee on the right. Between Neuschwanstein and Ludwig's other castle at Linderhof, the road passes by way of the Ammersatal Pass and the shores of the Plansee. Approaching Linderhof, first the car park and then the grounds. Ludwig built his castles not as official residences for the reception of visitors, but as stage sets, where he could live in his own world of illusion, where dream and reality were one, and where, as in the theatre, history became the present day. Immediately behind the palace there is a stone basin at the bottom of a cascade of 32 marble steps, showing Neptune rising from a group from which jets of water play. The West Garden, containing majolica vases made from French originals. The large fountain at Linderhof originates in the centre of a gilded flora group. It plays every hour. As we move along to other towns in Bavaria, one is continually enthralled with their unique beauty. First, at Korkel am See. In many of these towns, the tourist has the option of a leisurely horse-drawn vehicle to see the sights. At Bad Wiessee, the vivid red of the umbrellas is almost dazzling in contrast with the natural colours of the lake and surroundings. Do you like ice cream? Like I like ice cream? Every country town in this area has its own Maibaum or maypole, and the one at Schliersee is one of the more ornate. As is the parish church, rebuilt in the Baroque style in 1712. The houses of Bayerisch Zell, with their uniform beauty and typical German immaculateness, are a breathtaking climax. While at Garmisch-Partenkirchen, the rack railway to Eibsee can be taken, where a change to a second rack climbs to the Schneefenhaus, taking in a 2.5-mile tunnel. From this point, the cable car proceeds to the summit of the Zugspitze, Germany's highest mountain. The views become quite awe-inspiring as the climb is made into this other world on the top of the Bavarian Alps. final landing, balanced on the top of this razor-edged mountain. One of the German cable cars reaching the summit. As the border between Germany and Austria passes across this peak, just around the corner, the Austrian car can also be seen, climbing slowly through the air. The border post, where you must show your passport as you walk backwards and forwards. And now, let us keep our fingers crossed that those steel ropes hold together until we get back to the Schneeferner house and its welcoming restaurant.